homeopathy and founder member of Bade Bache support group of wellness, well-beings of senior citizens. So I welcome to Dr. Sonia. So ma'am, now I am taking pause and you can start your session. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah, just starting within 2 minutes.
आपका रिकॉर्ड होता रहेगा यूट्यूब पर.
A very good morning to all of you. Am I audible? Very good morning.
Yeah, good morning, madam.
It's a great pleasure for me to be here and share some important things about homeopathy and corona with you all. I'm very thankful to the committee of the college and Shelly Obroi ji for giving me this great opportunity to be here and be a part of this awareness program. And today we all are really worried about the corona era, which has kept us all in the lockdown, and we all need to still keep our mind and body at pace and be happy and fight with the disease. And let's start our session. So, as we know, this program is an awareness program, and the immunity is the major thing which we all are thinking about, how to improve our immunity, improve immunity of the community, which I've been always thinking how we can deal with it. So it can be an interactive session also. If anybody has any doubts, we can talk, we can ask later also. But
Ma'am, they will write in
If
chat box.
yeah, if you want to
Chat box, then
yeah.
you can read the questions and
Yes.
you can answer
Any
them.
questions that you can write on the chat box. So first, I would like to start with what do you mean by immunity? Yes, somebody saying something? Okay, yeah. So I would like to start about like what do you mean by immunity? Immunity is a balanced state of body to fight against any kind of diseases. It might be any unwanted biological invasions like virus, bacteria, fungi, or any other environmental factors, stress, anything coming on our way in the life, how we deal with it and how our body reacts to it. Like in a class when there are 3 children and like the whole class, suppose a teacher scolds in the class, some children may get affected, some children may not get affected, some children may cry, some children may get like fear. So there it is the question of our susceptibility. What is the meaning of susceptibility? Susceptibility means our how our body reacts to each situation in life, how with what intensity our body reacts. We all react in a certain degree, so that susceptibility decides how our body will react to these fungi, bacteria, infections, various kind of infections. Similarly to the stages in life, how we are dealing with stress in the school, how we are dealing with stress in the family, or the financial matters, or the environmental pollution. Not everybody gets affected in the same way. So what are the major factors that affect our immunity? Hygiene, sleep, stress, nutrition, environmental factors, and of course our body susceptibility. So here, the coronavirus has, entered our human system. So how did this, where the susceptibility altered that it entered us in our human system, and uh, such a great wave is, disturbing all our faculties. So how do, what do you think, what can be the cause? Here, corona is a zoonotic virus. It has come from animals. In one of my last lectures also I had told ki all the viruses, there are 73 trillion viruses around us, and they all have already been existing since eras, ages, centuries. But today they are showing up because something has happened in them and in us also. We have disturbed the what I can say is the natural habitat of those viruses. The coronavirus already was existing, and the bats are the natural habitat of millions of viruses. It never affects them, but it affected us because there may be many reasons, but there are many theories. But when we try to attack these viruses on all the backgrounds, the mutation of the virus takes place in such a way that they become more powerful each time they attack the human beings or any other beings. So we have, why can't we let the virus be at their own habitat happy, and we be in our habitats happy? So here the coronavirus, which already existed, the human coronavirus is of around 7 types: alpha, beta, gamma, delta. And 10 years ago we got the SARS and MERS, and now we have this SARS-CoV-2, which is the novel coronavirus. It is a new virus. And why it is new? Like, we do not have any antibodies to fight against this virus. And how do we develop our immunity to fight against these deadly diseases is the matter of question today. So this coronavirus, as we all must have already seen the photos with it's a round crown-like with all those protein spikes coming here and there. They release the RNA, they release their protein structure RNA, and when it comes in we come into the exposure of RNA virus, we get the S receptors of our mucous membranes. It gets attached to those RNA viruses, RNA receptors, and it creates such a combination. They come in our body, they multiply into millions, and then they start showing their symptoms, but often the symptoms are not shown on the very first day. So there is a time between when we get infected to when we show the symptoms, and that is called the incubation period. And we may transfer the disease even when we are not having the symptoms. That is why the lockdown has been mandatory by the government, so that we do not infect other people. And this coronavirus has traveled many countries. It has shown symptoms from mild to severe. And the severe symptoms even lead to multi-organ failure, and every week we get a new report of new symptoms. So as the virus is traveling across the globe, there are multiple mutations, and there are each person, each country is showing different kind of symptoms. So not necessary that it just starts with sore throat or the fever or the cough or pneumonia. No, it is not just with the lungs. It is even going to all the organs, leading to multi-organ failure, embolism. So we need to take utmost care how to deal with this situation. And in the silent stage also, we do not know how and when where the virus will be there. This virus survives in air for more than 3 hours. On the copper and plastic surfaces, it survives. On the copper surface, it survives for 4 hours, and on the cardboard, we all have again started ordering pizzas and burgers from outside the cardboard boxes. I don't know how, but yeah, it has 24 hours of living on the cardboard surface, and 2 to 3 days on plastic and steel. So definitely the situation is very terrifying कि हम कब तक बचेंगे इन सब चीजों से, हम क्या हाथ लगाएं, कितना धोएं, कितना नहीं, कितना सैनिटाइज करें. Some people are really getting obsessive about it, keeping the vegetables for the whole night in the sodium bicarbonate, and many things are happening. But at the end, we have to think what is the solution, and how long and how many times we will be dealing with this situation. Each year, God is going to send us a new virus. And is lockdown the only solution? I agree that lockdown is helping, and because of lockdown, the disease spread is actually limited to a large extent. But till when and what will happen after lockdown is also a concern. So the thing why I am here is that we need to work on our immunity, our susceptibility, more than the external factors. We see doctors working in the hospitals day and night. Not all the doctors get those infections. Not all the service providers get those infections. There is something which they have and people who have affected do not have. So that has to be thought of and researched upon. So, do you know who are the people who are at more risk to get these infections? The people are with hypertension, diabetes, elderly, people who have more fatality rate are these people whose immunity, who are using immunosuppressants. So, how do we increase our immunity? Our immunity is dependent on many things. Primarily, we can focus on exercise, nutrition. In nutrition, I would like to tell you that vitamin C, it increases the white blood cell functions. Vitamin A, it helps on skin and mucous membranes. Vitamin B, B12, B6, folic acid, vitamin E, they all are vital for cell-mediated immunity. And zinc, which is one of the very good fighting agents, it has to be there in the body. It helps in destruction of all the viruses and the bacteria which can attack us. So these things in nutrition have to be taken care of. Exercise, many people do exercise. Some people do more of exercise and some people do very less of exercise. More of exercise is also takes a toll on your muscle mass, which is not good without good nutrition. So you need to take care of it. And alcohol, cigarette, and has to be limited. In fact, no, according to naturopathy and yoga. And then sugar-free diets. Sugar, you know what? Sugar is a major substance which does not help you fight the diseases. So we need to cut down on our sugar intake drastically and maintain a healthy gut flora, having good amount of vegetables, probiotics, all these things you have to take care. Along with it, today I would like to focus even on homeopathy, which I have been using since childhood. My father is a homeopath, my in-laws are doctors. We all have been using homeopathy because the very base of homeopathy is similia similibus curantur, which means the things which can cause you diseases, those in potentized form can help you cure in the natural form. Today, many people are using homeopathy. Why? Because today the medical world is not able to cure many things. And there is a kind of awareness which has progressed in this human society. How to use homeopathy, why to use homeopathy, Ayurveda, yoga, nutrition, because everything cannot be fought with chemicals and big weapons. Some things are to be healed from within. And this virus is playing a good hide and seek with us. We all stay home. And the day we come out, we need to be strong enough and take help of these integrated approaches. Homeopathy has already proven in past, and it continues in the past centuries. It had given good evidence in the cases of Spanish flu, plague. More than 20 million people in India today use homeopathy. And I would be glad to say the Ayush Ministry, the Modi ji also had told 10 days ago that Ayush, please follow the guidelines of Ayush Ministry. Ayush Ministry had given the notice of, using the kadas and the homeopathy drug arsenic album to masses. And every shop in India of homeopathy has sold more than 50,000 bottles of arsenic album. And maybe because of that, the mass immunity has, there might be a herd immunity already developed, and India is not showing that many cases like the other countries. And even in India, my friends have used these medicines in the hospitals who are working with COVID patients. They are actually less affected. Hardly people are getting affected with the corona. And even if people get affected with corona and you take homeopathy, the cure rate is easier, the complications are less, and the recovery is fast, and the relapse of the infection might be very, very less. So today, we already have proof that homeopathy has shown its infinite potentialities in various forms of diseases. And who all need to take these medicines are, we do not need to give medicine to the whole country, but if the epidemic or the pandemic has spread a lot, the people who are more exposed to this virus or more who are going out in and out, the service providers, the police, they must take the arsenic album medicine. But I still say, if you have your homeopath, you know somebody who is your doctor, you should always ask your doctor before taking the medicine and which dose, how much to be taken, whether you have to take or not to take. It would be a better approach than just giving everybody in masses. And many people have asked us about the vaccinations. We all are waiting for the vaccinations, definitely. But do you really think that vaccine is the solution for, actually the solution for all the diseases? There are around 50 years ago, there were around 5 vaccines given to my parents. But today we have more than 50 vaccines, more than 45 vaccines given to each child. In spite of giving these vaccines, the people are getting affected with various deadly diseases. And we do not see what effect the vaccines might give in children after being administered. And some people actually fight for life. Lifelong they fight after the adverse effects of vaccines. Why don't we see some other methods to increase our natural immunity? Vaccine is also a concept where homeopathy also is based on the similar concept, but the method of making the medicines makes the difference, major difference between vaccination and homeopathic medicines. They all work on the same level. They all work on the vital force. But the material dose is so less in homeopathy medicines that it does not give any side effects or adverse effects. So I recommend you all are science students, you must, and the professors, you must all do a more research over the natural vaccines, the vaccines created by the government, and how we can, do double-blind trials with the homeopathic vaccines and the normal vaccines. How much the results are there. It would be a great effort by the government and the people who take initiative for doing this study on a mass level. And it will be definitely beneficial to the mankind. Secondly, I would like to say that the other day I heard on Republic TV, one doctor was, the reporter asked the doctor, the alternative systems of medicines have to be given importance today. But I say, why the homeopathy, Ayurveda are called the alternative medicines? I believe that these systems should be called the mainstream medicine, because if you take homeopathy, Ayurveda, yoga, naturopathy since the beginning of your life, you might not get, your immunity would be really better, and you might not get the diseases on the level what we all are facing today. Today, an average adult, when they come to our OPD, minimum 10 tablets they use. They start with BP, then sugar, then asthmatic drugs, then allergic drugs. Minimum 10 tablets an average 70 to 80-year-old patient is taking. And the body becomes a chemical dustbin. Do we really need to end our life like that? Why can't we choose these natural systems as the basic methods of cure? And if inse nahi hota hai, to then we take the chemicals into consideration. This is a request to all the professors, all the students, not to take medicines for minutest things, the chemicals for minutest things. Start with jeera, adrak ka kada, haldi ka kada, tulsi. Why are these things left out? Why do you want immediate relief? For the immediate relief, you just start with the chemicals and the medicines, antibiotics. You can take the minutest, the powerful masalas in your kitchen. They all have great antioxidants. They are great antibacterial, antiviral. You start off with them. Agar inse nahi hota hai, then go to the next level. Then go to Ayurveda or homeopathy. And in तीनों से भी नहीं होता है, then you can think of going to, chemicals and antibiotics, because they have already, the human's immune system has really gone for a toss, and it's our duty for the future generation, for our generation, to awaken ourselves and uh, please bring awareness in you to take the right kind of medication at the right time. Do not overuse the chemicals, and when you really need them, they do not affect you. And these viruses are so clever. The moment we have a medicine affecting, killing these viruses mutate, and again another year goes to research to how to kill another new virus, a new strain. So please think over it. And there's the importance of yoga and all the breathing exercises. They all are very much Indian. Please do not forget our history, what Indian culture and heritage has given us. These things are really powerful, and in spite of so much, what I can say, we all know that Western countries are really, actually, we say they are hygienic, clean. Definitely they are. इंडिया में हम नहीं इतना मेंटेन कर पाते हैं, the dust, the pollution, the waste products are lying here and there. But still, the immunity of Indians is like hats off. We all are doing much better, respective of other countries, and we can do much better when we do not forget our base. So I would like to end here. It was a small talk, but yeah, we, you, me, we, all of us can, together create a difference. And I know from the bottom of my heart that we all will fight this virus very easily, and we all will get through this phase. Take care, have a safe lockdown, and be happy. Happiness is the only way where you can stay healthy and flow with your life in a harmonious way. Thank you so much. So anybody wants to ask anything, please let me know.
Please check the chat box. They don't.
Yeah, I'm checking the chat box. Very good question. The question is from Professor Vidya. With the current shortage of green vegetables and dry fruits, how can we increase our immunity? Very good question. So, see, immunity is a thing which, first of all, cannot be developed in a day. Health is an ongoing process, and we need to take care of it on every phase of our life, each day of our life. So whatever we have, we can use those things in that. Green vegetable nahi hai, to jo hai, like the normal vegetables are available at least. What we all do is really overcook the vegetables. If we just saute them and eat them, the vitamins are alive. Do not eat the dead things. The more आप भून के खाना बनाओगे, आपका खाना जल के मर चुका होगा, और मरा हुआ खाना आपको कभी भी एनर्जी नहीं दे सकता. Secondly, for immunity, along with the vegetables, every day early morning, have a glass of lemon water with some jeera, salt, and jeera, salt, pudina if you have, some hing, and salt. If you can read about it, salt is like a golden herb we have in it's dry ginger powder. It is a golden herb we have in our kitchen, and we must use it on an everyday basis, empty stomach, early morning, along with some honey. All these things help in immunity. And having raw vegetables, see, we have cucumber, carrot, capsicum. These things can be eaten raw. All the vegetables definitely cannot be eaten raw, but half cooked or minimal cooked can be definitely eaten. And some vegetables which have to be cooked to a large extent, they do not have much of vitamins alive in them. So choose your vegetables wisely. Secondly, there's a question, can you suggest some home remedy for muscle pain and home? Yes, definitely. First of all, you must understand why this muscle pain is happening. So the muscle pain is happening when there is not enough circulation and the muscles are either weak. So what we can do is, first, yoga is the primary thing. There are many questions coming up. Yes, I will answer one after the other. So yoga and certain small amount of exercises are very important for muscle pain, because बैठे बैठे या overwork करेंगे तो भी आपका muscle ढंग से काम नहीं करेगा. And for the home remedies, definitely you can have warm water baths or the cold water baths. Every patient does not necessarily get relief with warm. And you can always take some jeera and the salt, which works wonders for almost every disease I have seen, for the muscle pains also. And badam, the almonds, they have lots of magnesium in them. If you have menstrual cramps or muscular pains, you can boil 10 to 15 finely chopped badam for around 5 to 10 minutes, and keep it aside for 5 to 10 minutes, and then drink it warm. It definitely relieves the muscular pains because of the magnesium in it, and magnesium is the major content of most of the painkillers also. So it is a natural painkiller, and badam has protein also, so it will give you good results. Second, Anupama ji has asked, where are the questions? If we are eating sprouts, no vegetable from last month, so will it get effect on my body? See, eating sprouts is a very good thing. No vegetables, I want to know that you're not even getting onion or tomato, something like that. And supposingly, if you're not getting any vegetables, I actually recommend you even to depend on nutritional supplements. It's nothing wrong to take the nutritional supplements because they are also made from natural sources. And today, when things are not available, even for people who have the things available, we have to depend sometimes on vitamin B12, vitamin C tablets. And they are all natural and nutritional supplements, so you must take. And the sprouts are actually very filled with lots of amino acids, and they're very healthy. They will not give any adverse effects on the body when eaten in right proportion along with other things. One second.
Read question with name and then answer.
Yes. Yes, the Anupama ji has asked Professor Anupama how should we clean the vegetables and wash coriander and spinach. Yes, they should be cleaned and washed. Many books are, many articles are showing you sodium bicarbonate for cleaning of vegetables, and you can use sodium bicarbonate. Dip it in, take 1 spoon and dip it in water for some time, and then clean it properly and dry it. And keep it in the fridge, and they have to be washed perfectly. Yes, with baking soda. How safe, Sakshi Surveji has asked, how safe it is dangerous to consume non-veg? See, basically, there are mixed theories about vegetarian and non-vegetarian food. Many people are using non-vegetarian food today also, and they are pretty safe with it. They are not having any adverse effects. There are theories, but nothing is proved that this will definitely cause a definite, side effect to your body. Non-veg. One thing is for sure that non-veg, from where you take, the source must be good. It should not be taken from any roadside shop, because you never know the condition of those animals are in, how they are treating them, how they are serving them, are they given lots of antibiotics. All these things have to be taken into consideration, and the source of your non-veg provider, you must be confirmed with. Regarding the fish, it's a freshwater fish or the seawater fish, because seawater fish sometimes has more mercury So you have to take care of that. So from where your fish is coming. Eggs are absolutely safe, but I always recommend go for the organic and non-antibiotic and pesticide-free products. And the question, eggs can be taken every day, no problem. Baking soda can be used to wash vegetables. Archana ji, you had asked this question. Yes, Professor Yogesh, she has told salt with eating soda is mixed is useful. Definitely, it is very useful. Even I, in my house, use the soda, and mostly it's the salt, not even the eating soda. But overall, I'll tell you, these things are all important, hygiene, but sometimes get a little dirty. Why I am telling you is, this is where our immunity develops. हम बहुत ज़्यादा अपने आप को OCD बनाएंगे तो डेफिनेटली इन्फेक्शंस ज़्यादा होने के चांसेस होते हैं, क्योंकि थोड़ा अगर हम माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स के आसपास रहेंगे, so they know that we are their friends. And maybe you've seen children living on the roads, playing with the mud. They are almost always in the mud. Let your children play with the mud, because that is earth, and that is not against us. We are getting against the earth. So get a little dirty sometimes, it's okay. Definitely being a doctor, hygiene, I say it is primary, but sometimes getting a little dirty is nothing wrong. Yeah, how to wash, Swati ji has asked how to wash milk products and paper boxes. Paper boxes cannot be washed, you just have to throw them. If you wash them again, I don't recommend to wash paper boxes, but milk packets have to be washed with the soap. Many people dip them in the baking soda water in the bucket. Yes, Archana Dhuri, you had asked about any homeopathic medicine precautions like Camphora 1M. See, Camphora 1M is definitely a good medicine, but it is not advised by the Ayush government. According to the Ayush government, that is Ayurveda, Homeopathy, Unani, Siddha, Ministry of India, arsenic album has been recommended to the masses, and arsenic album medicine has been given already to more than I think 25 lakhs people in India. So that is much recommended medicine than Camphora 1M. Professor Anupama ji couldn't get eating soda from the market. Okay. Yogesh ji. Yes, Professor Yogesh ji has told if the body doesn't fight with pathogens, then immunity will be weak. So exposure to little germs is advisable. Thank you, sir. Vaishali ji, is sodium hypochlorite spray useful to clean surface area? I think the chemistry professors will know better. Yes, it is definitely useful. And yes, Anuradha ji has told dry ginger with honey beneficial. It is definitely very beneficial. I would like to tell you my experience from the past, I think 5 to 10 years. I have been taking dry ginger powder, lemon, jeera and honey in the morning, empty stomach, in a warm glass of water. And touch wood, I have never taken an antibiotic in my life, and never taken even a paracetamol, except for my delivery when I had to give birth to my child. So touch wood, I first trust the Mother Earth, what it has given to us, and next all other things come in place. So these things have to be taken. And any spice, sometimes you want to have tea, just go to kitchen, पानी गरम करो, कुछ भी स्पाइस डाल दो उसमें, पुदीना डाल दो, धनिया डाल दो, उसी का काढ़ा बना के पी लो, कुछ ना कुछ फायदा ही करेगा आपका. Yes, many people keep ginger in daily tea. You can definitely use it.
I have a question. Hello.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is Dr. Ravi from KC College, and
yes,
thank
sir.
you so much for this wonderful session, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
So my question is very simple, ma'am. अभी work from home का जो situation है, so we are unable to move out.
आवाज आपकी थोड़ी कम आ रही है, sir.
तो अभी वर्क फ्रॉम होम का जो सिचुएशन है उसमें वर्कआउट तो हो नहीं पा रहा है किसी से भी.
क्या
तो
वर्कआउट नहीं हो पा रहा है?
yes, so physical movement is very restricted these days. Our regular eating habit is also
आपकी
very
आवाज थोड़ी
irregular.
सी बढ़ाइए.
I'll text, man. I will text.
हाँ, सॉरी.
Okay.
Yes, Archana Duri ji, you can see my page, Dr. Sonia's Homeopathy on Facebook, so I can be available. You can contact me there, and if you want, I'll share the phone number with the coordinators of the meeting. Thank you so much for all the professors for giving me this feedback. Yes, sir. I got the question. Restricted physical movement and eating habit is regular. Sir, this is a very, very good question you have asked. The eating habits are regular. Personally, I'll tell you, I am not eating how much I used to eat earlier. I have cut down my meals to twice a day. I would like to share about intermittent fasting over here. Because one thing, does our body require the amount of food we are taking today? When I've talked to some of my friends and relatives, सब यही बोलते हैं कि बस हम खा रहे हैं और सो रहे हैं, खा रहे हैं और सो रहे हैं, खा रहे हैं. But is that the justice you're giving to your body? It is not the right thing you're doing. खाना सोना चलेगा, लेकिन at what cost? First of all, your fat and weight will increase, metabolism will come down, and eating habit has to be taken very cautiously. When you take your meals, first जितना आप खाते थे उससे थोड़ा कम लीजिए अपने प्लेट में, और सेकेंड सर्विंग की कोशिश कीजिए कि मत ले. और बहुत ज्यादा टेस्टी खाना बनाने के चक्कर में जो हम टाइम वेस्ट करते हैं किचन में, वो भी ना करें, बिकॉज द मोर टेस्टी यू कुक, the more you end up eating. Instead, use your time in reading, exercising, and trying to stay fit mentally and physically. There are so many helpful people in this world who are giving free yoga sessions, free Zumba classes, free exercise sessions online. Why can't we spend that half an hour to ourselves and listen to and follow those yoga classes online? I'm myself trying to explore many yoga sessions. At least half an hour we can give ourselves during this lockdown. And really, I'm telling, don't eat 3 or 4 times a day. The more you eat, the more the bacteria and virus have the food to attack your body. The more we are in fasting, and our Indian culture has given us a lot of information over fasting. Why fasting is done? So that एक तो कैंसर सेल्स जो होते हैं उनको कुछ चाहिए बढ़ने के लिए. अगर उनको खाना नहीं मिलेगा तो वो वहीं के वहीं खत्म हो जाएंगे. That is one major reason where the Indians have always fasted and got less of diseases. So I recommend fasting to everybody, but people who are diabetic, they should do fasting with caution and do a sensible fasting. Don't eat much of carbohydrate and sugar, and eat more of vegetables, fruits, or proteins, and the probiotics are important. And many people, Sana ji and Kirti ji, have asked, please suggest remedies for increasing metabolism. See, metabolism is a machine of your body. जो सही प्रोडक्ट डालेंगे अंदर तो वो अच्छा चलेगा और तेज चलेगा. तो सही मात्रा में सही चीज डालना जरूरी है. मेटाबॉलिज्म के लिए you need to have less of carbohydrate because they really disturb your metabolism. Have more of good fatty acids and green chilies, green tea, capsicum, vitamin C, They all help in increasing the metabolism. Professor Suman has asked use of sanitizers frequently over hand wash. No, Sumanji, very good question. I do not recommend sanitizer much. I feel the old Indian system of hand wash is much better. Last year when I had visited US, I had seen everywhere sanitizer bottles. My young cousins also were using lots of sanitizer every half an hour, every 1 hour. People are getting that obsessive compulsion of using sanitizers. I really do not recommend so much of sanitizer because that is also a chemical, and you are going to intake it in your body along with the, with your hands when you touch it often. And why so much of sanitizer? ठीक है, बाहर गए, लिफ्ट से आए, वो सब टच किया, हॉस्पिटल गए, मार्केट गए, ठीक है, लेकिन हर घंटे सैनिटाइजर आई रियली डू नॉट रिकमेंड. Better wash the hands properly with soap, and that is more than enough. And Vidya Kulkarni ji has asked how to use leafy vegetables. Vidya ji, leafy vegetables are actually, first you need to wash them properly and do not overcook them. For spinach, they say just dip it in the water for 2 minutes and it is done. But we really overcook the vegetables and we kill them and then eat them. And when we eat killed things, we really do not get much benefit out of them. And any other questions? Sakshi Surve has told nice information she has given. We are not working out maybe and we are aware doing all the work of our mates. Then is that equivalent to exercise? Very nice question, Sakshi ji. Initially I too felt कि यही exercise हो रहा है, but actually that is not the right thing to do, because exercise is a very focused and meditative kind of thing you do for each part of your body. Whereas the cleaning, the house job, suppose you're bending and doing the pocha or the bartan, that involves only one posture, and most of the time you're not happy doing it. If you're happy doing it, then it is good, but still exercise has its own importance, because we are focusing our body's parts on for 20 minutes or 30 minutes to particular organs. Repetition and consistency is the key to a good exercise. But in washing the vessels and all, we bend and overuse one part of the body and do not relax our body. After that, we do not do shavasana after cleaning the housework. So it might even give you adverse effects. So if you do exercise along with the housework, it will be much more beneficial. I hope I'm able to answer your questions. Everybody must do right amount of exercise at the for right time. Thank you, Dr. Kavita. As because of temperature and sweating, heat of the body is also increasing. Is there any remedy to reduce heat of the body? Nisha Banjari has asked. Yes, Nisha ji, you can always take sauf and pudine ka pani. I have seen many Gujaratis when I've gone to their house, they put this mixture ready, sauf and pudina and some gur in the water, and it is taken cold. It is a very good cooling agent. And drink lots of water, and always add some pudina leaves in your water in the on the table with some lemon slices in it, and it will always bring your body's acidic. It will change from acidic to alkaline, which is much better for the body's temperature. See, AC, Sakshi ji, good question. AC, I personally feel AC is not a very great thing to use. But with this temperature, Like suppose my children are very small, and if they are not, they're just 1 year and 2 years, so they are not having that proper temperature, they get these boils on the head. So definitely cooling agents have to be given, but not much of AC exposure. AC exposure also decreases our immunity. Hardly like 2 hours in the morning or 2 hours in the night, that's enough. I don't recommend AC for more than 3 to 4 hours a day, unless it is extremely hot. Because the virus and the bacteria in the air conditioned rooms travel there only. There is no proper exposure to sunlight and proper fresh air, which again is very harmful for us. Yes, milk packet I to wash with normal water, not with warm water. And drinking warm water, Rushali ji has asked, drinking warm water at night helps to build immunity. Roshali ji, I believe every time we should always drink warm water only, not only in the night. It helps to clear the digestion. It helps in many ways. Anuradha ji has asked, which one is nutritious before bed, cold milk or hot milk with turmeric? This is a question with experience. My grandparents always had hot milk with turmeric, and but in acidic people they say cold milk is better. But in Ayurveda, one of my really good friends is Dr. Saroj. She's a good Ayurvedic practitioner, and she has told don't have milk before sleep because it increases the cough prakriti of the body. So it's a tricky question, but I think your experience, you would feel better with your experience. I feel night mein milk is not really required. So I hope I am able to answer all your queries, and it's a great experience to be here. Thank you, Shelly ji, and I will pass on the mic to her. Thank you. One more question Professor Suman has asked. They can take my contact number.
Yes.
Everyone is suggested number.
And you can do one thing, you can write your number in
Yes.
chat box, okay? So, write your name and number.
Thank you so much, friends. I'm happy if I'm able to help anybody through any medium of my knowledge, what the medical system has given us. And one last thing I would like to tell is, any amount of degree, any amount of education or the rank you have, use every knowledge with wisdom. Without wisdom, everything is waste. So no importance to any system of treatment of medicine, but use everything wisely. That's it. Thank you so much.
You break up.